Hey everybody, it's Carol Billing and I am your instructor for BA131 CS120. So let's go through the syllabus. Okay, so here is the plan for the quarter and it's very straightforward. Basically every class I have a topic and an assignment for you to do, and it's due by the end of class. And each assignment can be done within the 2.5 hours. Mostly, if you have sort of a general working knowledge of computers. If computers are extremely new to you, you've spent the last 35 years doing something that did not require you to ever touch keyboard, then you may need to work ahead, and I can explain that more in class. You can watch the videos ahead before you come to class so that you can ask questions as you're working on the different assignments. Okay, so back here to the calendar. It gives you the date of the class, what we're going to be covering, the assignment with a checkbox. So you can print this out and then just check each one of these assignments as you do it, and you don't have to worry about missing an assignment. Everything that's in the class is on this syllabus, on this calendar, on this one-page calendar with a checkbox. And then this tells you that it's due at the end of class on that date. Okay. So that's pretty much it. We start with some basics, cover email, then we go into Word. We have a couple of assignments in Word. Then we come down here to Excel, and Excel is a little bit challenging at first. It's really funny because people worry about Excel and then they generally love it, and they're like, oh, this is not nearly as bad as I thought. And I say, I know, it's really cool. You can do a ton of stuff on it that will help you in your real life, the life you lead between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. and on weekends, hopefully. So I give you an Excel working lab here on February 6th, and that is to give you a jump start, ask lots of questions, and get a head start on all these assignments for Excel, because these will take more than the 2.5 hours of lab time. You're going to have to, by this point, be comfortable watching the videos and be able to do working, at least watching the videos at home before you come to class, so you can use your class time to build the assignments. But they're, even though it's only one assignment, it takes a while to do them. Okay, I need to miss class on the 27th of February. I'm going out of town for a conference, so that's built into the schedule. After that, we go into PowerPoint, which generally doesn't take too long. And then we have an e-portfolio, which sounds daunting, but it's not bad. I can sit with you, and within an hour we can work on it together in class, and it can be done. After that, I have an extra credit assignment called an hour of code, which sounds scary, but it's actually fantastic. And if you have kids, you should be teaching them this hour of code because it's easy and it introduces them to coding, which is going to be like typing for the next generation, future generations. And then the last is the final, and the final is multiple choice, and it's over general technology terms. You'll have a study sheet and online lectures to prepare you to review the terms. And I put it at the end of the quarter because by the end of the quarter you are used to hearing the terms, because I'll be talking to you during class. And so that's a great final to sort of wrap up the quarter and show that you have progressed. All right, I have a note here, no changes to grades after they have been put into Blackboard for more than 2 weeks. So what that means is you need to check your grades every week and make sure they look correct. Okay, now working ahead. Oftentimes students need to miss a class. I get that. I have a life, I understand. What I want you to do is work ahead, because your attendance for each class is based on the assignment. So the first class, on the 7th, we review the syllabus and calendar. So I will do a roll call to learn your names and to also give you attendance for that class meeting. If you decide to stay in class on the first class meeting and you do the assignment for Thursday the 9th, which is to watch the announcements and do the introduction discussion board assignment, if you decide to stay and do those on the 7th, you do not have to come to class on the 9th, because you have completed these assignments right here that are due the 9th. If you have them done, then that means you have attended that class. Let me say it one more time. If these check boxes are checked because you did them, your attendance for that day has been met. Okay. So in the past, I have had students who say, I can only come once a week. And I said, no problem. Just make sure you're doing assignments for the whole week in one class. But it has to be the first class. So it has to be ahead, can't be later. So I would have a student who would come on Tuesdays, and she would do the Tuesday and the Thursday assignment. And she never came on Thursdays. And that's fine. Actually, a lot of students do that. I've had students who are going on vacation, and they want to be gone a week. And I said, that's fine, work ahead. So as long as you have, when you have assignment 2A done and your syllabus quiz done, you have met the attendance for the class on the 16th. Okay? I have a lot of students who work ahead, finish the whole course by like week 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. Generally, people are finishing up with the class the week or 2 weeks before finals. Some people don't. Some people like to pace it out, and that's fine too. We can go either way. The general technology exam is available anytime after the class starts. So if you know for sure that you don't want to come in during finals week, then just do that section on Blackboard and take the test anytime. Because it's kind of a separate module all into its own. And I can talk about that more in class too. Okay, I think that's it. Take a look at this, and we'll also be talking about it in class. I'll see you then.